Right now at 10, another day of extreme heat. The Mission in Eau Claire keeping their neighbors cool.
And a program to support future teachers is coming to Wisconsin. How education officials say it could transform schools statewide.
Plus, Riverfest all set for opening day. The newest additions you'll notice at Riverside Park.
Streaming 24/7 on the News 8 Plus app. You're watching News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Emily Brown.
And I'm Ken Kozorowski. We did indeed make it through somehow yet another day of extreme heat. But Greg, you're also seeing a potential for some storms tomorrow.
Yeah, the heat's pretty much done with really for the higher levels too. And even today wasn't all too bad given the cloud cover we had. So going forward, it's more thunderstorms we're going to be dealing with. On and off severe weather with these thunderstorms and damaging winds will be the one thing to keep an eye on. Rounds Wednesday, Thursday for the alert day because we're more confident in timing, but we could still lease Thursday and Friday. Now for headlines for heat, just heat advisories now, given that the heat indices will be maybe mid-90s or a little bit higher for times for southwestern Wisconsin, but all the rest of the area is not going to see much in the way because of cloud cover. It, however, will remain sticky or muggy throughout the day as this tropical type air mass hangs on. Temperature still well in the 80s, as you see. Overall, still very humid outside. It's very clear skies overall. We had a few clouds there. The precipitation since ended this evening. There's your area-wide temperatures, all in the 80s too. So morning time, we're probably going to start off a little dry, but then showers, thunderstorms quickly come in for La Crosse as the complex comes through. So that could contain damaging winds at some point in the morning, getting up to 82, and we'll start seeing a decrease in precipitation trends as we go towards the afternoon. Eau Claire, it's about the 8 to noon hour 2, and damaging winds once again will be the thing to keep an eye on for that. Going forward, we still got more activity throughout Wednesday to track out, Wednesday night, Thursday, Friday, and even Saturday too, as this boundary kind of lingers along the area. The good news is we do have some drier, cooler air eventually in place, but not until next week. So we'll break all that down a bit later.
All right. Thank you, Greg. And in the midst of these conditions, an Eau Claire ministry has been helping people stay cool.
News 8 Now's JD McGee has the story.
Leaders say the heat is bringing more people through the doors, and they're looking to the community for help. At the Say Yes Mission Hub in Eau Claire, volunteers serve home-cooked meals, hand out clothing and hygiene supplies, and give people a place to escape the heat. Organizers say they served more than 140 people Monday afternoon, and that number is climbing each day.
We're seeing record numbers because we've created a family situation with these people. Some of them have mental disease, they want a hug, they want a prayer, they just want to check in and get a meal.
That welcome goes beyond food and shelter, with leaders saying they're working to build relationships with every person who walks through the door.
We've just formed a community with them, and they just call us mom and dad. We're just real people loving real people.
And for the people who come in, a few hours inside can go a long way.
Getting inside for a couple hours a day in this heat is so nice because heat stroke and heat exhaustion is a very real thing. So it's a big help.
Organizers say keeping up with the growing number of people is becoming a challenge, and now they're calling on the community for help.
We need support in the community, volunteers, even if somebody's got an hour. But the biggest thing is food, because we were planning for 85 going by our last year's numbers, and if we consistently serve over 100, we need food.
Leaders say they are accepting donations, and we will have a link to their website on news8000.com. Reporting in Eau Claire, JD McGee, News 8 Now.
Well, the extreme heat can be harmful to your health, but it can also cause serious damage to your car's tires and battery.
Automotive experts say it can also put strain on your vehicle's cooling system. This can cause your engine to overheat, resulting in damage and costly repairs. Drivers should check fluid levels, battery health, and tires before hitting the road this holiday weekend.
Signs of deterioration on the rubber on your tires, as well as the tread depth. If your battery is more than 3 or 4 years old, it may be a good idea to preemptively replace it, if not at least have it tested.
Jarmuth says drivers should slow down, pay attention, and pack plenty of water. And as always, a reminder, you can track weather on your block by downloading the First Warn weather app. You can find it at the App Store or on Google Play.
A Northside development project is poised to get zoning approval next week. Eagle Bay Properties is asking the city to rezone 12.5 acres of Bridgeview Plaza for a $66 million mixed-use apartment complex. Tonight, the J&A committee recommended that rezoning unanimously, so council members say it's a project the Northside is excited for.
Oh, I think most people are very much want that to be developed, to be beautiful, to be the first thing that you see coming from the north to the south to see our city, to have something far more attractive than a parking lot.
That proposal will go on the consent agenda at Common Council next week, Thursday. A national program aimed at training future teachers is coming to Wisconsin.
The National Center for Grow Your Own has received a $300,000 grant to expand its teacher apprenticeship program. The program would pay future educators while they train, focusing on people already working in schools looking to become licensed teachers. Education professionals say paying student teachers has been a long-standing challenge with little movement.
If you talk to a teacher or someone looking to become a teacher, they don't do it for the money. They do it for making a difference in kids. But ultimately, when you're having to get a second or sometimes third job to just make ends meet with your bills, it is hard to stick with the profession.
Starting this fall, the National Center for Grow Your Own will partner with select universities and school districts through a competitive grant process.
Wisconsin farmers are at the center of a national conversation about trade policy and rising costs. Today, Democratic lawmakers, including Wisconsin State Senator Brad Pfaff, joined a press call to discuss the financial pressure facing American farmers.
Who and what are we prioritizing as a nation? Are we prioritizing our family farmers and our rural communities and our rural residents? Or are we playing partisan games?
The political advocacy group Defend America Action organized that call. Minnesota Congresswoman Angie Craig also spoke during that online event.
The Toma VA Medical Center cut the ribbon today on a newly renovated memory care neighborhood. It's designed specifically for veterans living with dementia. The space features 16 private bedrooms, open concept living areas, and a multi-sensory room. The facility expects to begin moving veterans in by mid-July.
This space was designed to support those living with dementia, and at the end of the day, just create a place that our veterans can call home.
The renovation brings two previously separate dementia neighborhoods together under one roof.
And the shingles vaccine may lower the risk of dementia. A recent study found older adults vaccinated against shingles had a 24% lower risk of a dementia diagnosis over a 4-year period. That's compared to those who were not vaccinated. The study's author says this research focused on a newer shingles vaccine introduced in 2017 that is currently available.
Well, Riverfest officially launches tomorrow at Riverside Park. Opening ceremonies for the 4-day festival will start at 5 p.m. One new addition this year is a set of 20-foot shade structures to help festival goers beat the heat.
We got these nice shade structures this year. We're going to have, right now we have 2 of them in the park, but we've got a 3rd one coming. So it's going to provide a lot of shade for people by the band shell.
Riverfest runs through Saturday with fireworks at 10. This year's Commodore is Misty Lone, the festival's first female Commodore in its 40-plus year history.
If you're looking for another reason to get outside in the Coulee region this summer, 2 local national wildlife refuges are challenging visitors to explore the outdoors. The Freedom 250 Refuge Relay asks participants to visit at least 3 of 15 locations along the Trempealeau and Upper Mississippi River refuges, snap a photo at each stop, and earn a free patch.
I think a lot of people don't realize that they're on a national wildlife refuge when they're out on the beaches on the river. A lot of the beaches and a lot of the locations along the Mississippi River are national wildlife refuge. So don't bring them on the refuge, they're illegal, but go and enjoy some for sure.
The challenge is going to be running through the end of the year.
A lacrosse cat named Garland had a rough Monday. It spent 3 hours stuck in a tree near 5th and Mississippi Streets. Lucky for her, lacrosse firefighters happened to be in the area and climbed to the rescue. The department says cat rescues are not exactly in the job description, but added, "We were simply in the right place at the right time, and we're happy to lend a hand."
Job well done. Still to come, a Supreme Court decision clashing with the White House, the ruling on birthright citizenship, and what could happen next.
Tomorrow on News 8 Now this morning, we're in D.C. for the Great America State Fair, plus how to cash in on your old toys and when will we see cooler weather. The news starts at 5 a.m.
Your home, a place of comfort and safety, could be trying to tell you something. Interior cracks, sloping floors, hard to open doors and windows are all signals of foundation failure that you can't ignore. Choose American Waterworks.
The Toy Scout is coming to Wisconsin to buy your old toys. We'll be at the Hampton Inn, Chippewa Falls, June 26th through the 28th, and at the Stony Creek Hotel La Crosse in Onalaska, June 29th through July 1st. Bring your old toys, get money, admission is free. Visit toyscout.com or call 561-628-1990. The Toy Scout is coming to buy your gold jewelry, silver, coins, class rings, and more. We'll be at the Hampton Inn, Chippewa Falls, June 26th through the 28th, and at the Stony Creek Hotel in Onalaska, June 29th through July 1st. Bring your items, get paid cash. Visit toyscout.com or call 561-628-1990.
Is your concrete cracked, stained, or darkening your space? Here at River Valley Floor Shield, we provide a concrete coating that turns that dark and damaged space into a durable, weather-resistant surface that matches your home perfectly. We are looking for limited homeowners to take place in our concrete blow-up special, where they will receive 25% off the project in a new space they're proud of. Call today to see if you qualify.
This adorable shelter pet wants to meet you and your family today. The News 8 Now Pet of the Week is brought to you by Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics.
The Trump administration has expressed disappointment and frustration in a Supreme Court decision handed down today.
In a 6-3 ruling, the justices struck down the president's attempt to end birthright citizenship. CBS News' Jesse Mitchell has the details.
In a 6-3 decision Tuesday, the Supreme Court struck down the Trump administration's attempt to end birthright citizenship. Since being sworn into office for a second term, President Trump has argued the 14th Amendment was intended to grant citizenship to the formerly enslaved and their descendants after the Civil War, not to the 250,000 babies born every year to people in the U.S. illegally or temporarily. But in the decision penned by Chief Justice John Roberts, the court said under the Constitution, they are citizens at birth. President Trump called the decision too bad for our country and urged Congress to take action immediately. The ruling was celebrated by Democratic lawmakers.
Trump tried to erase one of our nation's clearest constitutional guarantee, and he failed. We won, and he failed. We're right, and he's wrong. Birthright citizenship is protected.
Through the 14th Amendment, that I, the daughter of immigrants, could become a citizen by birthright and serve in the halls of Congress.
Republican lawmakers, including House Speaker Mike Johnson, expressed disappointment.
It's become a tourism, birthing tourism, they call it, a trend where people will just come and you just come onto the soil and have your child, and then they're able to avail themselves of the welfare state and everything else. It's been abused.
Conservative Justice Brett Kavanaugh wrote in favor of the decision, saying he believes the president's order violated federal law. Justices Thomas, Gorsuch, and Alito dissented in the case, Alito calling the ruling a serious mistake. Jesse Mitchell, CBS News, New York.
The Supreme Court also ruling today that it will uphold state bans on transgender athletes competing in girls' and women's sports at public schools and universities. The ruling consolidates cases from Idaho and West Virginia and leaves similar laws in 29 states in place.
The Arab nation of Oman has delivered a proposal to the U.S. on the future of the Strait of Hormuz. A regional diplomat says the proposal outlines a plan for shipping companies to pay a service fee to use the strait. President Trump has said Iran can't toll the strait because it's an international waterway. The U.S. and Iran are expected to hold technical peace talks in Doha on Wednesday with mediators from Qatar and Pakistan.
Well, Americans are still having a tough time buying their first home. A Lending Tree analysis says 38% of households can afford a starter home. The study says first-time buyers need to earn over $62,000 a year, while the median income for non-homeowners was about $55,000. According to Zillow, starter homes in more than 200 U.S. cities can now cost $1 million or more.
And Britain could delay Paramount Skydance Corp's proposed $110 billion takeover of Warner Bros. Discovery. It is over concerns on media freedom and the provision of on-demand programming. The Culture Minister, Lisa Nandy, said while the deal was global in nature, it would have an impact on British assets. So she'll decide by July 6th whether to issue a formal public interest intervention notice. If she does, that would trigger a 40-day review by British media regulators, and from there a deeper investigation could take another 24 weeks. We will have more news ahead.
But first.
Yeah, although we're not going to see excessive heat anymore, it's really going to be the muggy and stormy conditions with rounds of strong to severe thunderstorms all the way through potentially the 4th of July. We'll try to break all that down coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
Up to 60% off list at the Holiday Deals Week at Slumberland. Get this sofa for just $3.99 and add on the chair for just $99. Get a Sealy mattress just $4.99. Pay no interest for up to 60 months with approved credit at Slumberland.
How to bring generations together. Start by splashing together. Maybe go on a ride together. See stuff together. Or do something different altogether. Spend the day together. Spend the whole week together. Call it a get-together. Put this thing, those things, and that thing together. Hey, this vacation is really coming together. You know what they say, a family that plays together. Well, you could put 2 and 2 together. Wisconsin Dells, come together. Go to wisdells.com and start planning your trip to the water park capital of the world today.
The itch and rash of moderate to severe eczema disrupts my skin. Despite treatment, it's still not under control. Now I have Rinvoq, a once-daily pill that reduces the itch and helps clear the rash of eczema fast. Some felt significant itch relief as early as 2 days, and some achieved dramatic skin clearance as early as 2 weeks. Many saw clear or almost clear skin.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal. Cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Disrupt the itch and rash of eczema. See a head-to-head study of Rinvoq versus another treatment at rinvoq.com/see the data. Talk to your dermatologist if you're not doing well on your current pill or injection to see if Rinvoq is right for you.
I do like knowing the person that's sitting across from my desk. I've formed a lot of relationships over the years based on trust. When I see the look on a member's face when I say, yes, this loan is good, you're good to go, it makes me happy. To me, being the team you can trust is honesty. When you do a loan with me at Firefighters Credit Union, like everything we do, it's not about the car, it's about you.
Everybody's welcome at Firefighters Credit Union.
Up to 60% off list at Slumberland. Get this Sealy mattress just $4.99. Save up to $800 on select mattress sets. Pay no interest for 60 months on Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. The Holiday Deals Week at Slumberland.
Is it time for new windows or doors? Contact the company who has done the research for you. The best windows and doors installed by the best people. Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions.
Yeah, we got alert days going for Wednesday and Thursday, but now it's not much. The heat is now actually the severe thunderstorms, and it's round and rounds that'll come through because this boundary is really going to stall over the area and slowly sink south. By the time we get to Friday, it'll likely be in southern Wisconsin. But then it kind of lifts back north because another system passes through on Saturday before we really start drying out in a little less humid Sunday and on. So that's the good news once we go into next week. It's a little calmer, more typical July temperatures and probably humidity levels too. But we still got the thunderstorms to go through tomorrow and Wednesday and Thursday. We might have alert days going all the way through Saturday, just with the wait on timing. The big picture tomorrow is 5 a.m. to 10 a.m. We have one thunderstorm complex that lifts north. It's likely going to be along and north of I-90 where the severe risk is. Wind would be the big thing with this as it comes through this time of morning, given the atmosphere is fairly warm. Hail potentially maybe up to an inch, but given it's fairly warm, a lot of that's going to melt, so don't expect large hail with that. Once again, the wind is the main threat. Then we have a period from 7 p.m. to about 3 a.m., and that could be broken up in two, and I'll show you what I mean by that, but that also has a threat of severe weather. Once again, damaging winds would be the main issue. Alert day possibilities, we may put more details on this as we get closer. But right now, I'd say Thursday looks fairly quiet overall. Maybe Thursday night is more activity, late Thursday night. So that may be the good news on Thursday. It may not be as active right now. The positive news with the humidity is it is trending down as we go throughout the week into the weekend. However, it's still going to be fairly muggy out there. Once again, 60s, a few 70s, and then by the time we get to the weekend, it's more the mid to upper 60s, so a little bit uncomfortable. Next week, it'll be back probably in the low to mid 60s. Temperatures 80s, a lot of 80s tomorrow given the cloud cover. In fact, some areas may be in the low to mid 80s depending on how much cloud cover, but once again, heat index values in the 90s, so uncomfortable, but nothing too crazy like we saw for the last couple days. There's your boundary, really sits all the way south. These complexes develop along it and they ride northward throughout the early morning hours, and you see redevelopment. This is the boundary that should continue to sink south over time. So in the morning, we're going to have a few thunderstorms probably occurring between 5 a.m., but then watch the activity that develops behind that. You start seeing thunderstorms ahead of the main line developing around 6 to 7, and then you see a line begin to push northward fairly quick along basically I-90, and then it expands going further north, and I kind of put a 3D look in it to see where you see the stronger storms. You see that line then push across Eau Claire, further about 9:30, 10, and then pushes east. Redevelopment along this boundary that will extend from basically Eau Claire all the way down to Bay Rochester, and this activity will persist until about 1 p.m., and then it's fairly quiet late afternoon, early afternoon. The next round comes, you already start seeing the complex developing to the west. That pushes east fairly quickly. That could be damaging winds, especially how this is situated. We'll see maybe a break as that comes through, and then additional development later at night, and you see another line developing right along I-90. That sinks south after midnight. That'll be more as you go towards basically Prairie du Chien area. We'll see additional activity potentially Thursday afternoon, but I think that's going to be closer to Prairie du Chien area where the boundary is. So fairly quiet the rest of the day. And yes, unfortunately, storms do come back in. Saturday looks to be more late afternoon and evening right now. So I know that throws a big wrench in a lot of people's plans. But we are going to see better conditions going the following week. Much more comfortable, I think.
All right, well, there's some positive notes right there.
Yeah, but it's going to be active. So keep in tune with the app, and obviously keep your eyes to the sky if you're outside, and well, obviously keep an eye on the app and the radar.
For sure. Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the Bucks reportedly inking a new deal with a young forward. Plus, on the eve of the U.S.'s round of 32 contest with Bosnia and Herzegovina, find out why the Americans are not taking their opposition lightly. Jacob is next.
Keeping you safe and ahead of the storm with current conditions and updated video forecasts from the local team that warns you first. The News 8 Now First Warn Weather app, giving you more than what you'd expect. Get it now. No, seriously, like, right now.
Ashley Stars and Stripes mattress sale ends Monday. Shop this amazing mattress doorbuster, now just $2.99. For a limited time, get 0% interest for 60 months. Or enjoy free white glove delivery on top bedding brands. Ends Monday, only at Ashley.
Big names, big experiences, one unforgettable weekend. August 6th through 8th. See Keith Urban, John Party, Ernest, Gene Simmons Band, and more. All in one place. Ashley for the Arts, the Can't Miss Summer Festival. 3 days of live music, art, food trucks, and family fun. Don't miss an unforgettable experience that gives back. Get your tickets today at ashleyforthearts.com.
I'm Tom Tiffany. I grew up on a dairy farm milking cows just like this one. Madison politicians, they've been milking you for every dollar. And now, the cost of living, it's utterly ridiculous. I'm running for governor to make life more affordable. Stop Wall Street from buying our homes, big data from bulldozing our farmland, and audit state government to clean out waste and fraud in Madison. I'm gonna need a bigger shovel, right, Daisy?
Save big this 4th with an 11% rebate at Menards. Ultra-advanced semi-transparent stain and sealant can be applied to damp wood, allowing you to clean and stain your project in 1 day. A gallon starts at a value of $21.89 after rebate. Pittsburgh's Paramount is a premium wood stain and sealant in one, providing exceptional waterproofing protection and is ready for rain 2 hours after application. A gallon starts at a value of $24.47 after rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Ashley Stars and Stripes sale is here for one final week. Now through Monday, shop doorbusters starting at just $3.79 and get 0% interest for 60 months with no money down. Plus free white glove delivery. Ends Monday at Ashley.
Covering all the exciting action from your community. Here's News 8 Now Sports.
Well, tomorrow marks the start of July, and the Brewers are already ahead of their pace from last season when Milwaukee broke the franchise record for wins in the regular season. The Crew back in action for Game 2 of 4 against Cincinnati. Brewers looking to end June with a 17-10 record. Milwaukee fell behind 2 pitches into the game on a solo home run, but in the second inning, Garrett Mitchell dumps one into right field, and here comes Jake Bauers around third, and he is safe at home. In the fourth inning, it was a death by 1,000 paper cuts type feel for the Reds. Milwaukee with 6 singles in the frame, including that one from Sal Frelick. Then Jackson Chourio makes it 5-1 as he rifles one into left field. Then to start the home half of the fifth, more of a leisurely stroll around the bases this time for Bauers. He sends out a solo shot. And what a month for Jackson Chourio. He puts an exclamation point on this one with his 10th big fly of the month. And the Brewers take Game 2 7-2. Twins hunting a series win down in H-Town in Minnesota, able to jump out in the lead in the very first inning. Ryan Kryler shoots one to left. That allows 2 runners to score, so Minnesota is up 3. But trouble in the fourth for Joe Ryan. Yanier Diaz finds the 5-6 hole with runners on the corners, and that plates the first run of the game for the Astros. Later in the inning, bases loaded, 2 outs for Yordan Alvarez, one of the best power hitters in baseball. He delivers the goods. A grand slam that barely clears the wall in right, and the Astros even up the series with a 6-4 victory. The Steam hosting the Spitfires of Grand Forks tonight. Lacrosse already out to a 3-0 lead in the third when West Salem's own Josie Brudos continues to mash at the plate as that single to center makes it a 5-0 ball game. Then in the fourth, Trinity Gregg going to add to that lead as the University of Jamestown speedster legs out an infield single to increase the lead. And Grace Frechette puts a cherry on top with a bloop single to put the Steam into double digits as they win over the Spitfires 10-3. Loggers picking up where they left off to start the second half of the season as they lead the reigning champions of the Northwoods League, the Green Bay Rockers, 9-3 in the 7th inning. After a fantastic finish to his first season with the Bucks, Ousmane Dieng is returning to Milwaukee, according to reports. Sources say he signed a 3-year, $17.5 million contract. The young forward averaged 11 points, 4.6 rebounds, and 3.6 assists per contest last year in 30 games. The deal reportedly includes a team option in year number 3. Dieng was acquired ahead of last season's trade deadline from the Thunder. Meanwhile, preparations are being made for the round of 32 matchup in San Francisco tomorrow as the U.S. men's national team will take on Bosnia and Herzegovina, who are making their first ever knockout round appearance. The Americans will look to snap a streak of 10 straight defeats at the hands of European opponents, and Mauricio Pochettino's team is not overlooking the 61st rated squad in the FIFA World Rankings.
We know we're going to have to be at our best. Very, very difficult team to play against. Very strong defensively. Very, very good in set pieces, but they also have quality going forward. A lot of good players that play on really good teams in Europe. So we know it's not going to be easy. We're going to keep reviewing them, keep studying some film, and then, yeah, we'll be ready to go.
And that last win for the U.S. against a team from Europe was, of course, Bosnia and Herzegovina, which was a friendly 1,655 days ago. Tomorrow's game begins at 7 o'clock on Fox. And today, UW Athletics announcing a major sponsorship expansion with Culver's, making the hometown favorite the first ever jersey patch sponsor for Badger football, men's basketball, and men's hockey. It's a partnership more than 25 years in the making. It'll bring new resources and NIL opportunities for student athletes, and the first sighting of this patch, Wisconsin versus Notre Dame at Lambeau Field, September 6th. Now, are there any other sponsors that you guys could think of for the state?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, a lot of beer companies, Leinenkugel's here, Quick Trip, pretty much any sausage too, Usingers or Johnsonville.
I thought of Kemp's Milk.
Kemp's Milk.
Yes.
Is that from here?
I don't know if the company originates in Wisconsin.
Let's do some research.
I've never
on
seen
that.
Kemp's Milk before until I moved here. It's all over the place.
It's got to be from here, then.
It's probably a good
Get
bet.
a little gallon of milk. That'd be actually kind of cool.
It would be.
Kind of cool.
Or Kohler, right? Kohler appliances.
For sure.
Isn't that all over the place?
Athletics, call her up. We'll get that started.
There we go. Got a whole list for you. Thanks, Jacob.
All right, more news right after this.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, skip the mess and hassle at home. Our climate-controlled self-serve dog wash is open 24 hours to keep your dog clean, dry, and ready for their next adventure. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
We're an implant-focused practice. I think the advantage of a father-daughter practice is, I've been at this for 30 years now. I learned things that worked well and things that didn't work so well.
And it was fun to be able to just jump in and kind of complement that. I feel like it made both of us stronger.
You don't expect it when you walk into a dental office. You don't expect the family aspect, but when you walk into our doors, we're going to give you that.
If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Celebrate savings at Hy-Vee during Red, White, and Barbecue, Wednesday through Sunday. Fresh ground beef, $4.98. Whole seedless watermelon, just $4.48 each. Bone-in pork shoulder roast, $1.99 a pound. Lay's kettle cooked or rolled gold, $2 each when you buy 2. Hy-Vee hamburger or hot dog buns, $1.28. 24 packs of water, $1.99. Get great deals on Hy-Vee ice cream, Pepsi 12 or 8 packs, and more. Wednesday through Sunday. Plus, get free delivery all summer.
Our 4th of July sale is going on now at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. So shop unbeatable prices on all the gear and supplies you need to celebrate your way. Right now, these Blaine's Farm and Fleet camp chairs are just $9.99. Assorted Igloo coolers are on sale, 20% off. Men's and women's Americana Hey Dudes are rewards priced $54.99. And 4 packs of Ball Americana canning jars, just $9.99. Find the value you need to celebrate your way. Blaine's Farm and Fleet. Be an original.
News 8 and Dairyland Power Cooperative presents Top Notch Teacher, celebrating the educators who go above and beyond. Nominate a teacher who sparks curiosity, shows kindness, or changes a life. Share a short story about what they do. Include their name, school, and grade, and any examples that make them exceptional. Visit news8000.com/topnotchteacher to submit your nomination today. Help us honor the teachers shaping our future.
Make your pup look and feel their best at Top Dog Retreat in West Salem. Fresh, clean, and oh so soft. They'll strut out looking top dog. Grooming now open Monday through Saturday. Call today. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
It's a lunch break one handyman won't forget.
Nope. Andy Kerrigan went to his truck and found a young black bear riding shotgun, eating his lunch. After that initial shock, he tried banging on the truck to shoo it away. When that didn't work, he got a piece of wood to prod him out. Kerrigan thinks the bear got in through a window he left partly open. Well, it must have been a really good lunch.
Yeah.
Like, it smelled good probably to get him in there.
Some kind of sandwich. I also read there were chips and a cookie involved. So the bear had some pretty good taste, I suppose.
Yeah. Where was this again?
Steamboat Springs, Colorado.
Steamboat Springs, Colorado. I still have yet to see a bear here. I'm still ready to see one. I don't want one in my car.
I know, we're running out of weeks though.
I know. I gotta find one. I find a bear. Come find me. All right. Greg has a final look at your forecast right after this. The results are in for the 2026 Best of La Crosse County. Head to bestoflacrossecounty.com to see the winners in every category. Here's one of the many businesses that won this year.
Presented by River Valley Remodelers.
Thanks, La Crosse, for voting Dahl Auto the best new car and best used car dealership, the best service department, and voting Abra Auto Body the best body shop. We do our best to exceed your expectations every day.
Another day. Same pain, same meds, same struggling for symptom relief. Injections like Humira and Enbrel work similarly to treat moderate to severe rheumatoid arthritis or psoriatic arthritis. But if your symptoms haven't improved enough, Rinvoq works differently. It's a once-daily pill that can rapidly relieve RA and PSA joint pain, stiffness, and swelling, as fast as 2 weeks for some. Even after 3 years, many people felt this relief. In PSA, Rinvoq can leave skin noticeably clearer.
Rinvoq can lower ability to fight infections. Before treatment, test for TB and do blood work. Serious infections, blood clots, some fatal, cancers including lymphoma and skin, serious allergic reactions, GI tears, death, heart attack, and stroke occurred. CV event risk increases in age 50 plus with a heart disease risk factor. Tell your doctor if you've had these events, infection, Hep B or C, smoked, are pregnant, or planning. Don't take if allergic or have an infection.
Do something different. Ask your doctor if switching to Rinvoq is right for you.
The significance of the 250th anniversary of our nation for the people of Wisconsin is very profound. It's also not just about the past.
America 250 gives us a tremendous opportunity to look at that history, look at what formed this country, what formed this state, why it matters today, and why it's going to matter for the next 250 years.
We encourage you to reach out to your library, historical society, your museum, and get involved.
Celebrate our nation's anniversary with us. Visit wisconsinhistory.org for more information.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning has kept homes running smooth for generations with our Gold Star maintenance program.
Now is a great time to schedule an annual maintenance or upgrade to a new Carrier air conditioning or heat pump system.
You can even apply for financing directly on our website. It's a quick, easy process. Our team of experts are ready to put you and your home in complete comfort. Visit us online or give us a call today.
Schneider Heating and Air Conditioning. Your comfort is our business.
All right, you have strong severe thunderstorms coming Wednesday morning. We could have additional round coming Wednesday night too, so definitely stay focused tomorrow morning for that activity that's going to roll through here. Still muggy throughout the week.
All right, keep the app handy. That'll do it for us tonight.
Stay hydrated. Have a good night.